say this. There's no getting away from it. Because to be unconscious, right? As many people unconscious experience, they still dream, they still formulate ideas, they can still hear people in the room. There's no state of being unconscious. So
this is why
you're either in a sleep state or wake state.
I disagree with you. This is why. I don't agree with you. This is why.
I know you don't have to agree with me.
I don't agree with you. I'm telling you why I disagree with you.
Big man, long time. Welcome back.
A sleep state is different from being knocked unconscious. Okay, a sleep state is different.
Explain it to me.
So I'll give you an I'll give you an anesthetic example.
Do you know what a wake state means? Do you know what a wake state means?
I'm awake now.
Yeah, and what's that mean?
I'm aware that I'm aware. Let's put it your way.
Right. Yeah. Wake state only means, right, that you're now aware of objects.
But that's what awareness is.
No, you're now aware. You're now perceiving objects.
I'm aware now.
That's waking state.
Okay.
Right. And where you're perceived of that's waking state. In sleep state.
What if he was blind?
Right. In sleep state.
What if he was blind?
Right.
He can't see any objects.
No, I said wake state.
Yeah. So if he's awake and blind,
he still has hearing. He still has his five senses. Are you saying he has no senses?
Deaf and dumb then.
Sorry?
So he's blind, deaf and dumb.
Most people that are blind, deaf and dumb still have senses that are higher than ours.
Sense something.
One sense gone. As the doctor will explain to you, if you lose your eyesight, your hearing goes up 50%.
Well, he's blind, deaf and dumb.
Your senses increase.
So he's got his eyes closed, he's got his ears shut, he's not getting any...
But he's still aware.
So he can feel...
He's still awake.
He's still aware.
So have you...
How does he know he's awake?
No, hold on a second.
How does he know he's awake?
Have you experienced anyone in that state?
No, I'm putting...
No, I'm asking you, have you experienced anyone in that state?
I'm putting the hypothetical to you.
I know you are.
Let's
deal with the real deal, man.
I'm trying it back to you.
Alright, the real thing. He's deaf. He's deaf and he's got his eyes closed.
Is he aware he's deaf?
Yeah, he can't smell.
And he can't touch.
Yeah, I think your definition isn't very good.
Oh, mate. You're talking about someone who's dead. You're talking about someone who's dead. Anyway.
His heart still beating?
Yeah, his heart still beating.
So I still don't understand the point that you were making. You're saying that, first of all, you're saying that consciousness is energy, and it has always been eternal.
Yes.
Yeah? Now I ask you, on what basis are you saying that this is the case?
Number one, energy cannot be created or destroyed, as you know. That's what the E equals MC squared stands for.
You can't prove that, though.
Yeah, I can prove it. Matter and energy are... No, you fell. You ran off. Right? Matter and energy are the same things. Yes? Right? As proven by Einstein. Right? As proven by Einstein. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. You are made of atoms. You're energetic construct, yes? Are you energetic? You have a life force, which is energetic. Right. If your life force is energetic, and it cannot be created or destroyed, the life force, then you was never created.
That's right. So it sounds very logical, but there's a flaw.
It sounds very truthful.
So it sounds very logical. I'm giving you that it sounds logical, but there's a flaw in your understanding.
And I'm waiting to hear this.
Sure. If you have the assumption that the universe has always been eternal, and the consciousness, I assume you're saying, is part of the universe, because energy is because the universe is energy and matter, as you just said.
Yes.
So if the energy has always been there, then the universe has always been there
in some form or another.
Yes.
Okay. So if the universe has always been there, then what we have here wouldn't be here now.
No.
Explain.
Yeah. Okay. I will explain. First of all, what would we observe if there had been an infinite past? What would we observe if we're looking around us now?
Yeah, but hold on a second. But in the quantum world, there is no past or future. In quantum mechanics, as proven through the various experiments and entanglement I've shown you, everything happens simultaneously. There's no past. You see, now that's the mind of a separate thinking.
That's right.
Yes? There's no past or present in quantum mechanics. Everything happens at the same time through experiments like entanglement, quantum jumping, double slit experiments. There's no such thing as time.
But there's a problem with your...
no, there isn't.
No, there is a problem. I'll explain to you what the problem is.
You keep saying the problem, I tell you there isn't one. Yeah. Then you tell me I've got another problem.
Well, but the thing is, I'm trying to tell you what the problem is.
He's not exposing anything. I haven't seen that.
First of all...
Hold on a second. Okay. Expose the problem that he's...
All right.
Tell me what problem is exposed.
Okay. You asked him, how do you know you're aware? And he says, because you're aware, you're aware. And then you say, when you're not aware, he says, when I'm asleep. And he proved to you that when you're asleep, you're not aware of what's happening whilst you're asleep.
Of course you are.
He wasn't talking about when he was asleep. His example is when he was not unconscious.
Which is even worse, actually.
Because I asked you about your experience sleeping, you was aware the whole time.
Aware of what?
Okay.
To the internal...
No, I'm not going to deflect. Carry on.
Oh, you don't want to go through it? Okay.
Well, no, I don't.
Okay. So just because you seem to think that I haven't said anything to you at all, so let me just summarise very quickly. I don't agree with your definition that consciousness is energy. I don't know where you obtain that from.
Okay, can we just...
No, let me just give you the thing.
Show you where I got it from.
Sure, no.
Can I show you where I got it from?
You can't.
No, you want to know where I got it from.
You can show me your Google stuff later.
No,
Let me
Google. I'm showing you.
Let me explain to you something.
Quantum mechanic. I'm quantum physicist.
Let me explain to you something.
Do you want to see a quantum physicist?
I tell you what. Don't read it. Don't Google something.
It's not Google.
Read something. Yeah, read something.
No, hold on a second.
This is about consciousness. It's a whole book about it.
Hold on a second.
Read the book about consciousness. I tell you what.
Who's it written by?
This is by Professor Thomas Nagel.
And who is he?
Look him up.
And who is he?
Look him up.
No, look him up. Give me a CV now.
His CV's here.
No,
look him up.
Give me a basic CV.
Look him up.
And I will give you my CV. Google it.
I'm not giving you a CV. I'm just telling you that don't Google stuff. Read stuff. Now let me explain to something.
Who's this guy?
This is Google.
This isn't Google actually. This is research.
Okay, let me explain something to them very quickly. So first of all, I don't agree with the concept.
Okay, let me just show you before you stop. Now you should read this book, Biocentrism, by Robert Lanza. Yes. Now he is regarded as the top 3 scientists in the world now.
By whom?
By all other scientists.
In the world now.
By
Yes.
peers.
He has been recognised in line with Einstein.
This is my scientist is better than your scientist.
Here is here. If you want to
What's his
go,
field of expertise?
here is
Quantum
here.
mechanics.
Here is here.
Let's get to the argument.
Look, here is here. Just to prove my point. Okay, look. Robert Lanza, who is voted the first most important scientist by the New York Times.
Oh, by the New York Times.
Right? By the New York Times.
Right.
What's this called?
And by the Times 100, he's voted as one of the top 100
So the New York Times and Times 100.
So show me where this guy formulates.
The New York Times is the source
Show
of
me
your
where he stops into
credentials.
that.
Okay, so let me understand something.
Googling him.
Let me understand something. So your criteria for who to accept as a scientist is the rating within the New York
You
Times.
just brought out a book.
And,
I'm showing you another book. I'm showing you another book.
No, I'm not. I'm
You
saying-
want to go?
Why
You want to go? You want to go? If you want to go book to book,
Which is,
I'll bring another book.
this is why it's better. This is why it's better to talk about. This is why it's better. This is why it's better to actually talk about what you're saying rather than referring.
And you came
Only in
prepared.
response to you bringing out your thing, you started to Google
Why
stuff.
did you snap?
No, I've had this.
So you had it on you. You
Yeah.
came prepared.
No, I was reading it on. I happened to be reading it on the way
Show
here.
me the last page thing you was reading.
You never bring a knife to a gunfight, innit?
Exactly.
Never
You
bring a
came
knife
prepared.
to a
I know I came
gunfight.
prepared.
Okay, so first of all, I don't agree with your definition of consciousness. I don't think it's a reasonable thing to say that consciousness is energy.
Oh, you don't agree?
I don't agree with it.
Okay, let me just check. Make sure I've got this
Look, can we move on?
renowned scientist correct.
So you're
look, mate. If you're going to educate me, I want to make sure you're going to educate me properly.
So are you saying? Okay, let me understand this. What's his field of expertise?
He's a
Stem cell, embryonic
physicist.
So what is
Professor Hagelin, you heard of him?
He's a medical doctor, mate.
Professor Hagelin.
Okay,
He's a
let me
stem
explain
cell
something to you.
expert.
So what is his understanding of consciousness?
He's a quantum physicist.
Okay, so what is his
He has conducted the experiments on numerous times. The double slit, the entanglement. He understands at the wavelength, at the wave level, only a conscious observer can make it turn into matter.
Exactly, and that's the flaw in your argument.
Why is it a flaw?
I'll tell you why exactly.
Why is it a flaw?
The slit experiment, all these experiments that you mentioned.
Yes.
Everything exists in a waveform. Now, do you understand? I'm not belittling you. I'm just asking you. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, I do.
What does it mean?
Right. That at waveform, right? Everything is in wave. Just like now, like now, I'm picking up the internet on this. The internet right now is in waveform. All
That's not what it means.
Frequencies are waveforms.
No, you're not understanding. Okay, let me try to explain it.
Frequency waves.
So let me explain what I'm going to say to you. Yeah? So when you have a waveform,
Exactly.
what that means is that let's take a simple example. If you have an atom with electrons buzzing around it, yeah, you can either know the speed at which they're going or the direction at which they're going, not both. You can never know both of them. And so what you get is you get a probability of where the electron might be in that field.
How?
And that's so when you work out the speed at which it's going, or you work out the direction at which
How
it's going.
can you work out where it is if it's at the Planck level?
So
if it's
let
at
me
the
explain.
Planck level,
Let me explain.
How can you work it out?
Let me explain to you. So what you have a probability of where something might be. That is the waveform, the probability. Now what happens is when you have an external observer, someone looks at it, the waveform collapses. And suddenly,
becomes what?
The atom materializes, or the particle materializes. You know where it is exactly. Now that's the difference. So if you say that everything is at quantum level, if you say everything, the universe is at quantum level, let's take pre-Planck time, and let's say even the universe, when you have the singularity, is quantum. Everything is quantum at that time.
Yes.
We wouldn't disagree. What you need to collapse the waveform and make the universe real and existing is an external observer.
And who's that?
That's the question.
Who is that?
That is the question. So So quantum.
Hold on. Is it not us? You said that's the question, but is the answer? Is it not us?
Okay, so were you existing when the singularity was there?
Yes.
Everybody was.
Okay.
Because
different forms.
Because look,
Okay.
that if you understand quantum mechanics, then you understand there's one consciousness. Everybody here is just a localization of it.
Can I tell you what your mate Lanza said? Can I tell you what your mate Lanza said? Because you seem to be speaking as if you're some empirical mountain here. Okay. Critics have questioned whether the theory is falsifiable. Lanza has claimed that future experiments such as scaled-up quantum superposition will either support or contradict the theory.
So it's a theory.
So he doesn't know.
What do you mean?
That's most scientists will pull that up.
So he doesn't know himself. He can't prove it.
Now let's read another quote by Lanza into it.
They don't know. No.
Sorry.
Can you put your camera face on this way? Excuse my friend. Unless you're paying me, you don't hold the Alhamdulillah. Are you paying me to hit right?
Okay, nice to see you.
I don't want to be How long has that been running for? Yeah, but why didn't you ask anybody?
It's a public space. You can film in a public space.
No, you're not. But we don't. You can film.
I think what his point is big enough to see.
But we don't know what this is being used for.
I think he's saying
It's being used to educate people.
Like where?
YouTube.
YouTube where? Yeah, but how can you permission to educate people? Of course it is.
Public space. Why do you have to give
What do
permission?
you mean public space?
Anyway, you have to give permission to use it.
No, somebody brings that.
We'll pixelate you.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So I've got my phone pointing at you, and I'm following you around and following you to your house. Have I got the right to do that?
That's privacy.
It's a private road. I'm following you to your house. Until you enter your public road. Until you enter your public road, I'm still filming you. Would you be happy with that then?
No, of course you wouldn't.
Let's get back onto the argument.
Of course you wouldn't be happy with it.
Why filming?
Yeah, but of course you wouldn't be happy with it.
Why are you afraid to be filmed?
No, but you wouldn't be happy with it.
it's fair.
No, I do appreciate
No, but you're supposed to ask permission.
pixelate you.
It's a polite thing to do.
It is polite.
It's a polite thing to do. So I'm just saying, he comes out with I don't know how much that costs, a proper setup, and now he's filming everyone. That's not.
Did you not see the mic?
Yeah, but we didn't know.
Did you not see the mic?
No.
Did you not see the mic?
No, I was pointing this way.
Put the mic on him.
Huh? Yeah, but I think I'm filming him. I saw it come round to me. Film him. Film him.
Hold on.